eliminate us from this world. So when Dalton is using that F slur in that manner, he's actually using the tools from a white supremacy. And I mean, he's shown it because he's also using the same tools by trying to put the false P3DO charges out there. So whether Dalton is pan or not, I mean, he said several times he's never been with a man. His feelings are his feelings, whatever they are. He's still very inappropriate, and I reject him from the LGBTQ plus community as an elder, as a 55-year-old elder man from the community. I reject him. To the people that want to hold me to a higher standard of accountability and a higher standard of life than themselves, you're not perfect. And you wouldn't like people judging you the way that you judge people without knowing the full story or without getting facts. So I suggest that if you're going to blindly believe people, just stay the fuck away from me, because you're not going to have a good time. If you want to get facts and receipts, just go through the rabbit hole on my page. The rabbit hole on my page alone will provide you plenty of documentation. And I know it's probably not something that many people on TikTok are used to, but it's there. Let me see. I've got to sign in so let me sign into my YouTube, because evidently I forgot that the content on my YouTube page, this particular video is definitely 18 and plus, because it's got graphic images of police brutality. So bear with me. Anybody in here that has heard the stories that have been spread from Dalton or Lady Guinevere, Kane Allen, and anybody in here heard those wild ass rumors? I see there's some people in here, but everybody's just staying quiet. A lot of people in here. Ask questions. I mean, if you're going to come in here, definitely come in, ask questions. You know, if you're hearing these stories, just be respectful. I don't know why people can't be respectful. Dalton claims I'm sending people to him. I'm not. I work during the day, Dalton. I know you're watching me like a hawk. You sent people to my live, and you had them barking and acting all weird. That was really crazy. But no, I really don't care that much about you. You can think I do, and you could try to feel important, but you're really not important in my life. You really aren't. Let's see. I'm going to try and share this out to a few people that I know might be up. Let's see, Thunder. Let's see. What's going on, Jojo? Hey, Casey. I'm getting my YouTube downloaded on my iPad, because I haven't used it in a while, so just bear with me. But I'm going to be talking about my friend, because there seems to be a lot of people trying to tell my friend's story because they want to use it against me. This is a victim of police brutality that people are using as their play toy, and they're smearing his story. They're not doing anything to help him to get justice. They're literally making up lies about a victim of police brutality and his story to cause me harm. And it's disgusting. The same people have used this victim of police brutality, making him sing, making him dance in videos, and yet these are Lady Guinevere's friends, the one who claims that she's a big advocate for the gay community. Not sure if you guys saw this. Sorry, hold on. This is her public page, so let me get past the video with the child. Hold on. Because that's her with a child. I mean, I'm sure the child's grown up by now, but I still don't want to show it. I just want to show her other videos. This is one of the people that was in the live with Lady Guinevere today saying she is black.
I've always wanted to learn how to play piano, but I never had the time. And then I found this app, Simply Piano, and
She's saying she's black.
I'm going to be singing Adele's Take It All, my rendition.
This is Brandy. This is Afro-Indigenous Penelope.
Didn't I give it all?
And she looks darker from the lighting in my house. Go look her up on go look her up on YouTube. It's Brandy Bailey. That was her original name. She has since changed her name. My name on there is Surviving Jenny Torres. That is my name. You can tell because it's got the good old Lady G on there. But the video I want to show you guys is going to be, let's see. I'm going to play it if I can. Hopefully TikTok will allow me to play it. There's some good stuff on here. Tara Meyer's false wellness check that she did on me about Penelope. This is when Jenny Torres told on herself and found out her real identity. You could see she wasn't really happy. Again, these are scammers. This is when she made my friend sing in the video. Yeah, but this is when Lady Guinevere tried to send a whole group of people against me on TikTok and they caught her lying. All right, but it's this one, Justice for James Barnes. So if you go to my YouTube,
start to finish, just in your own words.
I'm going to pause this for a minute.
Okay.
So, hey Maddie, do you know his cat in here? I want to send this out to somebody really quick because I want some people to see this that I don't know if they have. And people have been questioning me about things. You know, I know especially people from Dalton's side, from Purple's side, there's been a lot of people that have questioned things. And this is going to be, again, a big trigger warning. This is the interview that I did with the off-duty fire marshal. And I did this interview in 2020. I did it. My friend was taken out of this world in 2012. So, again, a big trigger warning. This is going to contain graphic details. I asked him to tell me the story of what happened, and I edited parts out of it because it is a very legal recording. I got his permission to record it beforehand and afterwards, and I edited out some parts. I just took some parts out that really were not relevant to the story, or like, I really didn't take that much out, but it was like his name. I didn't want to release his personal information and shit. Stuff like that. But
My girlfriend and I went out to Honeymoon Island that morning. It was early in spring, nice beautiful morning. We probably got there around, I would say 9 o'clock or so, 9, 10 o'clock. Early in the morning, not a big crowd yet. Set up on the beach, sat down in our chairs, and shortly after we got there, we noticed a park ranger, a young guy going by in his bulletproof vest and all his guns and batons and just fully decked out.
Trigger warning, this is for educational purposes only, TikTok.
And I was on a little four-wheeler going down the beach, and I made a comment to my girlfriend. I said, look at that kid. I said, he's got the dream job, a young cop like that out here on spring break. Beautiful day, cruising the beach on his four-wheeler. And we laughed and just continued just hanging out, enjoying the day. I would say within a couple minutes after that, some young girl came running up the beach and screaming hysterically that there was a fight down the beach and somebody needed help. So we could see right there that there was 2 people in the shallow water tumbling around. I went running down there, and my girlfriend followed a little behind me. And when I got there, I saw that same cop. His four-wheeler was up on the sand, and he was out in the water on top of this guy, beating the Jesus out of the guy. I mean, literally just pummeling the heck out of the guy. And there was another young lady who I guess I found out later was his aunt up on the beach. Or I don't know what her age was, but she was up on the beach and yelling about something. And this cop was beating this guy so bad that I ran up to the guy, and the guy was spitting up blood, trying to fight him for his life because the waves were washing over him. And the cop was sitting on his chest and just punching him.
Trigger warning.
And screaming at him, you want some more of me, you want some more of me. And it was pretty bad. So I ran up to the cop and I told him that you need to stop, you're killing the guy. And the cop, what I thought looked like he had roid rage, looked at me with this really weird look and just started punching the guy again and yelling, you want some more of this or something? Stop fighting. I heard a lot of. And I believe that the guy, James, was fighting because he was probably drowning in what looked like he was spitting up mouthfuls of blood from getting punched in the face, and the salt water rolling over him. Was having a hard time. Something chest in the water, getting beaten, you want to get up. It's just natural. So unfortunately, the cop didn't get up, and sometime during that time, the Marine boat came whipping around, and he was all excited, and he jumped off the boat with the motor screaming, and I ran up there, and I just grabbed the hull of the boat because it was like trying to climb up on the rocks. And
that's the guy who tased him, Kenneth Kubler.
Watching all this going on, and the other Marine cop didn't do anything but just back the other cop up, and they ended up turning him over and cuffing him. And at that point, I could see that he was turning blue from where I was, James was. So I went over there and I told the guys that he's gone into cardiac arrest. We need to uncuff him, let him know that CPR was started. And I told him I was a off-duty firefighter and blah, blah, blah.
This video is getting a lot of attention on the internet, and what happened before it is causing some controversy as well. This video was captured by a man who was on Honeymoon Island on St. Patrick's Day. This video picks up after the officials realized that he is not breathing.
They just tasered this guy because he was being violent.
The sheriff's office in Pinellas County, Florida says James Barnes was distraught. He was in the water with his aunt, pushed her, she called for help, and it was witnessed by a Department of Environmental Protection officer. That officer got in the water. He and James got in a fight. They eventually got out of the water, and then a sheriff's deputy from the Marine unit showed up. He had the taser, and witnesses say the deputy tased James Barnes while he was on the ground.
They were kneeling on him, and he couldn't breathe, and they kept tasing him.
The man who shot the video told Right This Minute, the deputy said, "Every time you move, I will taser you. Do you understand?" Now, there's a dispute as to what happened and how it happened because James Barnes died 2 days later while hospitalized.
And it looks like they killed the guy.
The sheriff's office says he was resisting arrest, whereas witnesses are saying, no, he wasn't resisting arrest. He just couldn't breathe.
They had him face down, and he couldn't breathe.
The family says when he got in the fight, they were holding him underwater. But the sheriff says it doesn't appear the deputy acted out of order. As for the Department of Environmental Protection officer, still waiting to hear word on what's going there, but there is an investigation underway right now.
His death may or may not have anything to do with the taser.
That's what the family is saying.
We found out later
it's not just the tasing that may have caused his death. They think that the fight beforehand did as well.
I was the guy in the blue shorts. James had severe head trauma because his eyes were blown. His pupils were blown. You do not get that
again,
from
trigger warning
on the beach. You can't get his condition was from the assault from.
Look at his fist. That's the only injury he had was to his right fist.
His pupils were blown. You get blown pupils from head trauma. James had taken
Please
so
like
many
the
hits
live
to
and
the
share it
head.
out to keep it active.
My girlfriend witnessed what we think was the fatal blow. And when the cop is yelling at James, "You want some more of this or stop resisting?" and just going on and on. The cop was in a rage. And as my girlfriend was walking up, she saw the cop give him one final blow to the temple. And James quit fighting and went limp like a rag doll. I mean, I'm sorry to be graphic because I know
No,
listen, this is what we witnessed. This was an all-out murder. It was so
Trigger
bad
warning.
that I was nanoseconds from kicking that cop in the shoulder at some point when I first got there and the beating was going on. When I was yelling that you're killing him to stop, and he would look at me in his rage, and I almost kicked that cop off of James. I wish I did because James might be alive, but I'm glad I didn't because the law is so corrupt, they would have buried me. The cops are so crooked and back each other up. It's nothing but wrong. Everything I watched was paid murder. The guy got paid to murder somebody on the job, and all he got was fired. I found out after the fact that there was a whole group of you guys that were organized afterwards and tried to get information.
His brothers, his aunt, his nephew, and another friend.
I was held on the beach that day, all day sequestered for questioning, only to be released at the end of the day because they didn't have time to get to me. I was the first one there, other than his aunt. And the girl that ran down the beach to yell at me to come out. There's a million video cameras up.
Really?
How come no videos came up? No, there were 3 or 4 video cameras up. People all had their phones out. Are you kidding me? Everybody had phones out. I was looking at videos everywhere. And the cops, and they interrogated me and made me feel like I was a criminal and I did something wrong.
Well, I have to say thank you for trying to save my friend's life. I really appreciate what you did that day.
My life would be so different if I had kicked him off of him.
You're correct.
You and I both know it.
Yeah, you are. I believe that you are 100% correct. The fact that they've tried to bury this, a lot of the information that you're telling me right now, it's the first time that I'm hearing it, so it's a little hard to hear. But I mean, I want the details because it needs to be brought to light, and I appreciate the details. I think the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department needs to know this information. They need to know how the witnesses were, their information was basically suppressed.
I remember reaching out and trying and wondering why nobody wanted to talk to me. I thought it was so strange. And I never realized that they didn't let me around any of that.
That they would.
Because I was a key witness who witnessed the wrongdoing at the law's hand, you know it? So, again, that's why the law is so corrupt. Pinellas County.
That's something that I've heard. Did you ever get to speak with any of the other witnesses?
No, I never got to do anything. I remember reaching out and trying and wondering why nobody wanted to talk to me. I thought it was so strange.
He knows what he is.
Anywhere I went, it was just a dead end or a cutoff or they say hindsight's 20/20. I never realized that they didn't let me around any of that.
That they would.
Because I was a key witness who witnessed the wrongdoing at the law's
He's
hand.
a liability.
Again, that's why
Jos3ph is a liability.
So corrupt. Pinellas County. This area, the cops, the law is so corrupt, and they back each other up and lie for each other.
There's Bob Kateri telling the newspapers his side of the story. That's the only side they've really got.
Because I'm the only one that was there at the beginning and saw this go down. You know, he just went cruising by nice and easy because he's looking at that young lady that ran down the beach, by the way. What made us laugh and make that comment about he's got the dream job is because she was a young lady in a nice bikini on the beautiful spring day, and he did his, stand up to make sure he checked her out good. So my girlfriend and I noticed that. He's the one that came running up saying about the scuffle there, and we need to go down there and see what's going on. They need some help. I believe that James's aunt was still up there yelling because the skirmish was going on in the water. I don't know how the cop got in the water. I don't know why he got in the water. There's a lot of things I don't understand because if you've got somebody in the water and you're the cop on your motorcycle on the beach on your quad runner with all your guns and batons and everything, all you got to do is wait. You know the guy's coming in. Why do you have to go out there in all of that combat gear and wrestle this guy and beat him to death in the water? Why can't he be professional about it? Wait, he's going to walk out of the water, right? I don't know. Was he beating somebody in the water? I don't know what he was doing.
That's what they try to claim, but I actually have the voicemail from his aunt from that day. And she told me the story herself. And all he evidently did was lift up his hand to say no because she was asking him to get out of the water, I guess at the command of Jos3ph. But he had not broken any laws. He had not committed any crime, and he had no reason to suspect that he was going.
If the cop is yelling at you, get out of the water, you're not just swim. I said, yeah, okay, and I'm going to take my time, and he'll get me when I get me. There's no reason.
I'm going to prove to you
Me.
guys.
Well, there was no reason
for him to Dalton and Lady Guinevere and Uni, they're all lying
his freedom
tonight.
Of religion, essentially. Absolutely. That's pretty much the best of my knowledge, to be honest with you, Joe.
I very much, again, appreciate your time and willing to just give the statement and, share what you knew about it. That's James's voice. That's a voicemail I have from him.
Is it you?
That's what James looked like when we were together way back in the 90s. So, as I said, I'm going to prove to you guys that Kane Allen, Lady Guinevere, Dalton, that they're all spreading rumors and that they're lying. And the next step, so you guys just watched that video, right? You guys just watched that video. That's been on my YouTube. That's on the Surviving Jenny Torres page, but that is on my official YouTube as well since 2020. Anybody can go to the Justice for James Barnes Facebook page, and they can scroll all the way down to 2012. And they can look at the content on that page, and they can look at who the original moderators were, the group that he talked about, the Justice for James group that he talked about. It was me. I set up the page. I'm the only one still moderating it. James's nephew took his own. So he's no longer with us, if you know what I mean. The S word, I can't say. James's brothers had to drop out very quick because the lawyers swooped in very quick and they told the family not to talk about it. They were going to do a lawsuit and they said, don't talk to anybody. I was trying to encourage the family to talk about it. Trayvon Martin had been taken out of this world almost to the date 3 weeks earlier. And there was issues in Florida before and after that with police brutality. Florida is one of the worst states that has one of the biggest problems in police brutality that there is. Gwen lives there. I would think that she would want to stand against police brutality, but her clout and her money making on TikTok is more important than a victim of police brutality. And that goes for Kane Allen, that goes for Penelope Bailey, that goes for Dalton Levi, a gay victim of police brutality, that they try to discredit and say that the cop couldn't have known he was gay because, you know, they would know somebody is black, which is true, which is my argument about Uni. Uni would not be profiled as a black person as he tried to play everybody that he was part of the black community. Literally, he played everybody. While he sat there and asked black people to pander to him, he called upon his friends of the fold. He made this whole video, to my friends of the fold. I'm so sick of him. He started all of this and he has never taken any accountability whatsoever. Uni or Viata, the gay anti-racist, there is proof all over my page. If they've taken it down, because shit, they take a lot of shit down, I can repost that shit. It's on my Instagram. Like, there's some on my YouTube. Look at my fucking channels. Watch my fucking shit if you want to go down a rabbit hole and see the fucking truth. Reddit, if you're watching, yeah, that's me. I fucking admit it. Okay, so what? It's me on there. Dalton, so what? That's me. So what? What now? That's me. So what? I can admit who I am, my full name, full chest. They've put out my information so much. Kane Allen, Penelope, Lady Guinevere's good friends. Lady Guinevere acts like she's all innocent and she's going to go to heaven. She's manipulating the fuck out of Dalton and trying to, just to get him on their side because he has a big following. Did I say, you know what? They're sitting here lying, saying, oh, if Dalton only had 5,000 followers, I wouldn't have reached out to him. Yeah, I would have. For them to sit there and project what they think they know about me and to tell my thoughts for me, they are silencing gay voices. They are silencing a gay murder victim's voice. Trigger warning. Thank you, TikTok, for keeping this live up. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for keeping this live up this long. In fact, I'm going to restart so I don't lose it. If you guys want to continue to hear this, please come back because I don't want to lose this. I will come